What's going on tonight? I don't know who all's in here. Hopefully, audio and video is working. Anybody here? Hey, Keltfire. How are you? What's up? Dave's here, man. Iowa Hog Rider. How are y'all tonight? Is my audio working? Audio looks like it's working. Nice, Keltfire. How's it sounding? Thanks, guys. How's those 50 cows selling, Keltfire? Phenomenal. I bet it does. I hope you've got a video coming out on it soon. Hey, Evil Rick. That's cool, buddy. I didn't realize he was going live tonight. I didn't even think about it being Wednesday. And I'm not going to be on no more than about an hour, hour and a half anyway. I've got to work in the morning and just wanted to get some opinions before I pull the trigger on some parts. Kelpire, it turned out really nice today here anyway. And I think the rest of the week's supposed to be really nice too. Wait for a few more people to come in. Hopefully they'll show up. If not, I understand. Yeah, Kelpfire, it's going to be about the same here tomorrow. And I think Friday is supposed to be about the same temperature with a chance of rain in the evening or Friday night anyway. So, but Iowa Hog Rider, to answer your question, I am looking at a bunch of different parts. I'm just trying to figure out where I should spend money at first. Um, and I'm really thinking about putting a stereo system on the bike. Not no competition stereo system. I just want to be able to listen to my music and not have to wear earbuds every time I ride long distance. Um, I mean, I've been wearing earbuds for the last 4 years, but I'm just thinking of doing something a little different. What's going on, Big James? But I have a bunch of parts in my shopping cart that I'm gonna probably order later on tonight. I'm just trying to figure out as far as stereo if I should spend the money on that now or just wait. What's up, Corey? Well, some people are actually showing up tonight. That's good. And like I said, I didn't realize Doc was going live tonight. I forgot about it being Wednesday. It was kind of I'm sitting at work bored and thinking about stuff, and said, well, I'm going to go live tonight and get people's opinions and let's discuss it. And like I said, I've got to work in the morning, so I'm not going to be on very late anyway. Shit, Pat Glad's on Doc's stream. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, please, y'all bounce between us. Oh, he's in the chat. Okay, I got you now, Calfire. And tell him I'm sorry. I forgot all about it being Wednesday and that he goes live on Wednesdays. I forgot all about it. So if you just pass on the message that I forgot and wasn't trying to take any views from him. Hey, DDK, how's it going, buddy? I'm glad you're here, Dan. I'd like some input. Corey, the job's going good. Thank you, Kelfire. Job's going good. You know, it is what it is. It's a convenience store, but it works out for me. No stress, good hours. I get off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm usually off every weekend. Every now and again, I'll pull a weekend. Like this weekend, I've actually got to work Sunday. But that's only from 9 a.m. till 2, 5 hours. It ain't a big deal. Still got plenty of time left in the day to do what I want to do. And what I like most about it is if I want to take time off, I can. I don't have to put in a vacation request and have it approved or denied. It's just, hey, I'm taking these days off. I've got stuff I want to do. And he's like, okay, no problem. So, Iowa Hog Rider. This is kind of my dilemma, but I don't see it as a dilemma. Of course, I have a Road King. There's no fairing on it. So there's nowhere to put a head unit. So everything that I look at needs to be a Bluetooth capable setup. What I'm looking at is a shit. I already forgot the name of it. Soundstream amp. It's a 1,000 watt Class D 4-channel amp, but it also has Bluetooth, so you don't need a head unit. Your phone will Bluetooth directly to it, and then I've got to get bag covers for that have speakers built in because my current saddlebags don't have speakers. And the speakers that I'm going with are Polk Audios, and I know Polk Audio. I've used their speakers in the past. Good product. I've used Soundstream. I had a head unit in my old BMW that I had years ago. Worked really good. I was very happy with it. So I'm not scared of those purchases. What I'm concerned about is, am I going to be able to hear it with just two speakers in the saddlebags? Now, the reason I'm going with a 4-channel amp is, yes, I can get lowers with the speaker pods in it. I've already got a set in my wish list along with the 6x5 speakers to go in it. So I can add those at a later time. Problem is, I don't know that I want to put lowers on my bike. I'm not against it. It's just not the look that I like for this particular bike. What I do like is, yes, of course, they're removable. So if I don't want to run lowers, I don't have to. But I would just wanted to get some input from everybody. If you're running a stereo system on your bike, do you like that better for long distance travel than, say, using a set of earbuds? If you've ever owned a bike that didn't have um, a stereo built in, then, of course, you would know whether or not the onboard stereo works better than Bluetooth communication set or uh, earbuds. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been hearing too, Corey. Um, but I've been hearing it from people that I don't know. I feel like I know most everybody here, and I value y'all's input and opinions. So I figured I'd bring it up and see what y'all had to say. Um, they do also make a fairing, a Batwing fairing for my bike that already has a Bluetooth head unit and speakers mounted in it. Well, Judy, I'm already bike poor, but I've got three of them. So, yes, Iowa Hog Rider. I planned on using quick disconnect so that I can remove the bags easily. Um, that's one of the things I actually did think about, surprisingly. Be the same with the lowers if I do go with the lowers. It would even be the same with the if I decide later on to do the pairing, I would still want to run quick disconnect because that pairing is removable. Um, the way it's designed is it mounts to the same connections as your windshield does on my bike. But what I'm thinking is just, I'm thinking of trying the bag lids with the speakers in it. They are 6x9 speakers. They're three-way, I think, might be four-way. Yeah, they're three-way. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to hear it well enough. Um, Again, I'm not entering stereo competitions or anything like that. I just want to be able to ride down the road and hear my music. And even if I do end up going with either the front fairing or the lowers, I still want to have speakers in my saddlebag lids. Corey, yes, I've heard of Volunteer Audio. I meant to look them up and read some information about how they do their setups and stuff. Um, I know their systems are really expensive, and of course, as usual, I'm trying to do things on a very small budget. Um, I do have things planned that are more high dollar, but that comes later down the road. And Hertz makes some good stuff, but it's expensive. I have a buddy that's in the car audio industry, a very high end stuff. He's built systems using some of the highest end products you can get, and it's just ridiculous. Yeah, and if you're into the stereo competitions and you're trying to go to that level of a audio system on your motorcycle, then absolutely, I could see $2,000 easily. Um, but I'm not there. That's not what I'm looking for. Well, Neil, I like that as well, but I like my music, and that's kind of the reason I want to do an onboard system versus my shameless plug, but my Raycon earbuds. I absolutely love my Raycons. I've used them for 4 years, and they have not failed me yet. But once I have those in, I can't hear anything else. I can't hear what the motor is doing or anything else. So I want to be able to hear my music, but I also want to be able to hear the bike. Yeah, I can understand that, Corey. And the other thing, Neil, when it comes to listening to the motor, animals, and things around you, I completely understand that. When I have days that I want to do that, I simply don't turn my music on my phone and just ride. But if I'm doing a long ride, a trip, somewhere that's 3, 4, even 8, 9 hours, I want some music. So, not to change the topic, but just to change the topic for a minute, I appreciate everybody watching my videos so far of the project build. Um, I've gotten quite a few views, more than I expected to get. So I really do appreciate that. And if you enjoy it, continue watching because, like I said, I'm fixing to order a bunch of shit. I can't even talk. A bunch of shit later on tonight. So there will be more install videos coming. Um, I'm hoping to get better camera angles as well, so the video quality will get better, hopefully. Take it easy, Neil. Thanks for joining, buddy. And to Neil's credit, I understand not everybody enjoys music when they're riding, and that's cool. Me, I like music. I like listening to music when I'm driving, whether I'm driving a car, riding a bike, whatever. I like my music. But like I said, I'm just trying to figure out where to spend my money at right now. Um, and what's going to be the best bang for my buck. Um, I am still focusing on the aesthetics of the bike versus performance. Um, Once I get the bike looking the way I want it, then I'll worry about the performance side of things. And it's not going to be high performance, just, you know, the air cleaner that I want, the tuner, um, that sort of stuff. I may or may not change the exhaust on it. Um, there's really nothing wrong with the way the bike runs now. Um, I have learned that those pipes sound a little bit better than I initially thought they did. When it's sitting there idling, yeah, it's pretty quiet. But when you're riding and you get down on it a little bit, they open up. You can hear 'em. The Corey, the aesthetic is basically a clean, slick, blacked out bike with gold accents. If it's chrome on there now, I hope to have it either black or gold by the time I'm done. And I want the bike to have some style to it. Um, I am seriously thinking about doing a fat tire conversion. Um, I haven't decided 100% on it. I really like the look of them. And doing the research that I've done on them, there's very little cons to it. I mean, it improves the ride, it improves the handling. You know, it, I don't see I don't see any negatives to it. Now, one of the things, Corey, I am going to experiment with is I may pull the baffles out of the exhaust that I have and do a ride and see how much power I lose versus how much sound I get. Um, I may not like the sound of it, and I may lose so much power that I'm just like, no, that ain't going to work, and put the baffles back in. Uh, Someone had mentioned to put a different head pipe on it, and it really wakes up the exhaust that I have. So I may end up changing out the head pipe. I don't know yet. There's still a lot of things that I haven't completely decided on as to what I'm doing. Some things I know what I want to do. Um, Finding the parts is finding the parts that I like, that I want, um, at an affordable cost is turning out to be more difficult than I thought. And having the color match, because there are a lot of different shades of gold. Hey, Tiger. Let's see. So, if I was a 800 watt versus 1,000 watt. Well, yeah, true. In all honesty, the main reason I'm going with 1,000 watt amp versus an 800 is price wise. The 1,000 watt is practically the same price as the 800 watt. Good deal, Tiger. I'm so glad you got that straightened out. I hope it wasn't too big of a job. When we're starting to get warm weather, Tiger, we're going to have to get up and ride some. All right, well, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that yet. I really hadn't thought about that. I'm also looking at size because the amp's going to be housed in one of the saddlebags, and I don't want it to take up too much room. So I may end up looking at a different amp then. See, this is why I wanted to do this. I don't always think of everything, and having different input, it might bring up something I hadn't previously thought of, just like the power draw. So I don't want to go down the road with music blaring and my headlight dimming. The shaft had wear into the casing. Eesh. Well, hopefully now that it's fixed, it'll last you a good many years and you won't have to worry about it again. Well, Donna, I could, um, but it would require going with an aftermarket front bearing, and I'm not ready to go that route yet. I really like the looks of the Road King the way it is. Um, I love a Batwing. The Street Glide is what I my ultimate bike. But I like the Road King a lot. I've always liked the looks of them. And the more I ride the one that I have, the more I fall in love with it. I fucking love this bike. but I think I'm gonna hold off on ordering any audio right now. I may order my speakers and my bag lids, and then do some more research and see what I can find as far as um, maybe a better, not, I won't say a better, but an amp that would work better for my needs. Okay, I'll do that. And see, I don't want to start adding batteries. I mean, I don't want to. Oh, excuse me. I don't want to add more weight to the bike and make things overly complicated. I like keeping things simple. Mm. That was kind of why we went with a Bluetooth capable amp. It's simple. The phone Bluetooths to it. You play your music from your phone, whether it be Spotify, Pandora, Sirius XM, whatever it is. Um, I've always got my phone with me anyway. That's what I use in my van. Um, I've got a head unit in the van, but my phone Bluetooths to it, and that's how I listen to music. We don't have very many radio stations around here that I like. Yeah, Tiger. Like my full face has the cardio comms in it, which Bluetooths to my phone as well, and that worked fine. But I don't always wear a full face helmet, and when I wear my little skull cap, I usually wear my Ray Bans in my ears. Not Ray Bans, Ray Cons in my ears, and they've been great. When I went to Jersey 2 years ago, that's what I listened to the whole way up on the Softail was my Raycons. But the downfall to that is I don't hear the bike. I mean, well, I hear the bike, but not as well as I would like to. I don't hear other traffic and anything going on around me. So if I'm going to do a long ride, which is what I intend to do with this bike, I want to be able to hear all that and my music. And it's like my cardio has the JBL speakers, so it sounds amazing. But I don't always wear a full face. Sound Digital and Ground Zero. So y'all bear with me for a minute while I look this up. That was part of the issue, the reason for this live stream. One thing that I'm not seeing that yeah, one thing that I'm not seeing on the Sound Digital website is it does not look like that amp is marine rated. even though it's in my saddlebags and they should not leak, things happen. And I don't want an expensive amp going bad because it got wet. So the speakers and the amp that I'm looking at, they're all marine rated. So if they get wet, it should not affect them. I say should not, because we all know how that goes. But I will save that link. The 800.4, and that's just one of them. I haven't looked at all of them. They may have some amps that are marine rated. Hey, Raise the Road, how's it going, bud? Oh, thanks, Ray. Set up on this done, no problem. Okay, Iowa. I mean, when I install this, um, all my wires are going to run through a rubber grommet from inside the saddlebag. Um, so hopefully that'll eliminate moisture getting in there as well. Everything will be, all the connections will be done with heat shrink to try to protect them. But I don't know. I'm going to have to do some more research. And let's see. Ground zero speakers. And excuse me, my sinuses are messing with me tonight. Our youngest has a bad cold, and I'm scared I'm starting to get it. So, Ray, no, I'm not changing out the head unit because I don't currently have one. This is going on a Road King, so it doesn't have a front pairing. It doesn't have any radio whatsoever. So what I'm looking at is saddlebag lids with 6x9 cutouts, putting in marine rated speakers, um, an amp that is Bluetooth capable, so I can just Bluetooth my phone to it and listen to my music through that. I'm also looking at lowers that have the speaker pods in them, but I'm not real sure I want to run lowers all the time. So I'm leaning more towards starting out with just the excuse me, speakers in the saddlebags, see how that sounds. If I don't hear it the way I want to hear it, then add on later. which is why I'm looking at a 4-channel amp. And I mean, in all honesty, the easiest and cheapest solution is keep wearing my Raycons. When I wear my full face helmet, Bluetooth to my Cardo, and I'm good. But you know, cicada. All right, and that's the other thing, Ray. Everything has to be on a very, very small budget. Um, I don't have a whole lot of money to spend in anything right now with this, but again, cicada, I will look them up and do some research, see if they'll work better than what I'm currently looking at. Cicada audio. It's pricey. Holy shit, what a setup. Sorry, I was just looking at, a diagram of a custom setup that they have on a Street Glide, and it's like 8 speakers. Wow. Yeah, Iowa Hog Rider. I do not want the speakers that mount on my handlebars. I think, and this is just my opinion. I mean, no disrespect to anybody that runs them. I just think they look like shit. Um, Now, that being said, one of the coolest setups I've seen was on a old school chopper. He took a PVC pipe. It was like a 4 or 5 inch pipe. Put speakers in the end. Had a Bluetooth head unit mounted in it, and wrapped it in a Indian blanket and attached it to the front of his handlebars. It looked like a bedroll, and it actually looked really good. Sounded amazing, and he made it all himself. I just don't know that I have that skill and ability and patience. I mean, my videos don't really show me doing the actual install. It's a before and after, and that's for a reason. Duke can turn wrenches, he can build shit, but he doesn't have patience for a lot of things. And when things go south, the temper comes out. So, Ray, right now, just to give you an idea, what I'm looking at is a set of Polk Audio 6x9s, marine rated. Um, the Soundstream 1000 watt stealth amp, which is a Class D 4-channel amp with built in Bluetooth. Um, it's kind of audio on a budget, but I know Polk Audio. I've used their products. I like them. I've used Soundstream products. Never had an issue with the head unit that I had in my car. And they're marine rated, so they're waterproof to an extent. Hey, Mr. Miss Thumper. Hey, Xan. Hey, Frogzilla. Hey, Ray. So, that's just a little bit of what I'm looking at. So, hopefully, you'll get an idea of my budget. The amp's like $114. The speakers are $80 for a pair. Again, it's all budget stuff. Yeah, I know, Xan. It's not something that's going to happen all the time. It was just I thought about this tonight, well, earlier today, and before I pulled the trigger on ordering stereo parts, I wanted people's opinion. Yeah, I know Iowa, and I have. I just don't like stuff hanging off my handlebars like that. Um, I really, if it was a soft tail, sure, I'd throw them on the soft tail because that's kind of the style that I'm going for on the soft tail. But with this bike, I'm trying to keep things nice and clean, stylish, and the whole thing, the whole bike just flow. The Super Tuner Pioneer Frogzilla. I had a Super Tuner 3 in my little S10 lowrider. Yeah, Tiger. Polk Audio makes some really good stuff. I've run Polk. I've run MB Quart. MB Quart is what I have in the van. Um, I run MTX and Kenwood as far as like big stereos back in the day. Oh, and as far as head units went, I always liked Blaupunkt. They made some good stuff. Actually got a Blaupunkt amp in my pickup, and that's pushing a 12-inch MTX sub. I had thought about doing the same exact thing because, like I said earlier, I don't know how I feel about running lowers. So I thought about getting the handlebar mounted speakers and putting them on the crash bar. But I don't know how that's going to look on the bike either. Uh, yes, Ray. The Soundstream amp that I'm looking at is Bluetooth capable. I will share a link to it so that y'all can at least see what I'm looking at. Well, yeah, Ray. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. I don't have a head unit. I'm not putting a head unit on the bike because I have nowhere to put it. Um, so the amp that I'm looking at, I want it to be Bluetooth. I was just telling them about that. I met a guy at a bike event. He had an old school chopper that he had done that. He put speakers in a piece of PVC pipe along with the Bluetooth controller and wrapped it in an Indian blanket, and it looked really badass. Yeah, like I said, it's got to go in my saddlebag, so I want something that's small and compact. Hey, Pro Monkey, wait a minute. If you're calling us darlings, is that Miss Monkey? Thumper enters audio competitions under fake names. And I know if it's Pro Monkey, I know his input is going to be, um, what is it, hog sounds is the way to go. But I don't have hog sounds money. Hog tunes, that's it, hog tunes. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. You're just as lovely. But again, for those that are just getting here, I'm not looking for something that I'm not looking for something to enter stereo competitions with. I want something I can hear going down the road. I won't have to have earbuds in my ears, um, or rely on a full face helmet with my Bluetooth comms in it. I want to be able to hear the bike and my music at the same time. That's kind of what I'm going for. And again, low budget. Ray, I've looked at the fairings, but I don't know that I want. I know I don't want one at this time. That may change later down the road. Um, I'm not saying anything is out of the question, but as of right now, no, I don't. I don't even have the windshield on the Road King. I want the Road King off. I mean, I want the windshield off. Hello, Miss Monkey. How are you? I'm not saying that they're stupid. They're just not my thing. Um, each to their own. But I like to enjoy music. It doesn't have to be at a competition level. When I was into car shows and um, mini trucks and all that shit, yeah, stereos were a big deal. But on the bike, no, to me, it's not a big deal. I just want to hear music. It's a huge fan. I take it that Thumper really does not like stereos on motorcycles. just by the way you keep giving him shit about it. Yes, Monkey Reckless makes a Batwing fairing. It has a Bluetooth head unit and speakers built into it, and it's reasonably priced. I just don't think that's the route I want to go right now. Korean pop songs and some White Snake. For some reason, I feel like TJ told you to say White Snake. Why would you ever buy a Miata? Well, my bike is vivid black, so there's that. Yeah, TJ, I'm with you on that one. I'd love to see him fit in a Miata. I can see him pulling that uh, RV with a Miata now. Oh, are you gonna do a reveal video on it, or do you care to share with us what he bought? It's gonna be a new ad. Oh no way! Those were nice. If you found one in good shape and good running condition, he's got something there. Yep, that's the car I thought it was. Damn. He bought it from a collector in Boca Raton. Nice. Yeah, I won't lie, Monkey. I Googled it just to make sure it was the same car I was thinking of. I tried to buy one of those several years ago. I helped a guy out at his auto shop for a while, and he helped me build my Eclipse. And I tried to buy one he had sitting there, and he refused to sell it to me because he saw how I drove the Eclipse. All right, Iowa Hog Rider. Thanks for hanging out, and thank you very much for your input, buddy. I'm going to be doing some more research before I buy anything. So thank you again. What's my next bike? Oh, let me pay off the ones that I currently own first, and then we'll talk. Hey, Evil Rick, welcome back, buddy. He's building an addition to his garage so he can put old man monkey's roof in it. What's up, Road Reality? Yeah, you have to have air conditioner in your convertible. And what's he going to do when it starts raining and the roof is in your garage and he's out on the road? Or you're away and the missus is at work? I mean, unless he has the code to get in. Oh, it does have a soft top. Okay. That makes more sense. All us old guys have a soft top. Wow. So, like a rack you mount on the wall, or a Mercedes rack like the stripper? Oh, the rack has wheels. Wow. Yes, Race, they are. Bert, what's up, buddy? Well, Miss Monkey, I may have to change my stripper name to Mercedes. Just saying. No, this isn't a silent film. Unmute your speakers, Bert. Sorry, I was just reading through the side chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. And now I don't know what to do. I'm going to have to do some more research before I buy stereo for the bike. Y'all got me thinking. Thank you, Miss Monkey. I like it. It's kind of the old school Harley logo. You might like this one better. I bet you recognize it. Well, my go-to song, I listen to so many different ones, and it depends on my mood at the time. But I really, really like "State of My Head" when I'm riding. That is one Godsmack song that I'm really not a fan of. I like it, but not as much as some of their others. As not, I don't like it as much as any of their others. I could say Taylor Swift. Never heard of him. Now the Barbie song, yeah, I might actually jam that. Highway song Blackfoot. That's a good song. Oh, Taylor Swift's a football player. That's probably why I never heard of him. I don't watch football either. Well, I mean, Bert, if you want to show your clam, I'll jam out with it. I like just about anything from Jelly Roll, and my wife would agree. My wife is trying to figure out how we can make it to Sturgis just so she can see Jelly Roll. She don't give a shit about anything else. Who is Celts? Hey, Pat Glide. We're just hanging out discussing stereos and music and whatever else comes to mind at this point. Just about anything from Willie Nelson would be good on an easy winding road. I'm a huge fan of the Highwaymen. I like the song "The Highwaymen" the best, obviously, and it's a good riding song too. Kels is a pop singer. Well, what the hell has he got to do with the Super Bowl and all then? Oh, Kels is Tyler Swift's girlfriend. Okay. And Ray, you can't go wrong with Tool. I can't imagine why. Old Burt Bacharach. I've heard old Burt Bacharach. He has some good songs. I tell you what, one of my favorite all-time songs, and y'all can laugh at me if you want to. I don't give a shit. I'm used to making y'all laugh at me anyway. Is "Sailing" by Christopher Cross. I think that is a beautiful song, and it is a damn good writing song as well. Dallas, what's up, buddy? Yes, Huey Lewis is a kick-ass biker band, especially when you're riding around on your Goldwing. Hey, CJ. Thank you, Rays. I agree. He was an amazing guitarist, amazing songwriter. You can't see listening to what song? I like that song. Oh, Sailing? Hoghead Bill, what's up, buddy? I don't know if I would call that poetry, Dallas. That's more of a bass line. I love Pink Floyd. So another one of my favorite songs. Who remembers the movie Eddie and the Cruisers? No, Monkey. That was Tiny Tim. We don't listen to that here. Fire nailed it on the dark side. That is a gorgeous song. Absolutely love that song. Corey Taylor, the lead singer from Slipknot, did a cover of it, which is probably one of the best covers I've heard of any song. Everybody thought that was Bruce Springsteen. No, it was the Beaver Brown Band, led by what's his name, Fogelberg. I think that's right. Don Cafferty. Thank you, CJ. I thought I had that wrong. My memory ain't what it used to be. Not that it was ever that good. Uh, Monkey. It's on YouTube. There you go, Monk. There's the link. I kind of like the I've always liked the 50s style Kilt Fire. Yeah, Hoghead, we're talking writing music now. We were talking about stereo systems for Road King earlier, but it kind of segued into music. Corey, Man of Constant Sorrow. Yeah, that's great. Have you heard Blackberry Smoke's version? Blackberry Smoke's version is really good. Backglide. I have Cardo in my full face helmet, but I don't wear my full face very often. That's why I'm looking into adding speakers and a amp that's Bluetooth capable on the Road King. I don't want to wear my Raycons all the time when I wear my skull cap. I don't want to wear my full face just to be able to listen to music. Um, I love my Raycons. They've done great for 4 years, but I want to be able to hear the bike, but I also want to be able to hear music at the same time, especially on long rides. So Ray, that was yeah, no, I forgot her name too. Allison Krauss. And Allison Krauss has one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. I agree, Dan. One Horse Town is probably my favorite. Well, some of us enjoy music enough that we have listened to it so much that it's kind of embedded in our heads. Um, my dad used to get mad at me when I was a teenager because I couldn't remember shit that I learned at school. But if a song came on the radio, I could tell him all about the band, what the song was actually about, um, even lyrics that he misheard. And it used to piss him off. He's like, "How the hell can you remember this, but not anything at school?" Because I didn't give a shit about school. I like music. I can't play music. I can't sing music. I can't do any of that, but I can listen to it. Oh yeah, CJ, Emmylou Harris and Gillian Welch. Oh yes. Hey Lolly, I'm sorry if you were in here earlier and I missed it, but hi. And turned him into a horny toad. Now, I like Emmylou Harris. I like Linda Ronstadt. I even like Dolly Parton. But as far as duets go, there was no better duet than Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. I know who April Wine is. The Hip and the Headpins. No, I can't say that I have. I may have heard them, but I don't remember. I don't remember them from the name of the bands. I do know who April Wine is, and I have heard her sing. Dan, George, and Tammy were good. I won't. I won't deny that. But Dolly and Kenny just they had a sound. Mm. Okay, I will look that up. I like all kinds of music, and I like when people suggest bands that I haven't heard before. Um, you know, years ago, I almost started a YouTube channel just doing music that I like and trying to get other people's input on similar artists and kind of going back and forth introducing different bands and styles that we may not normally listen to, but if somebody likes it and suggests it, check it out and go from there. um, I used to do a lot of stuff online when um, it was well, I won't say it was before BitTorrent, but there were several music sharing programs available, and one of them had chat rooms that you could go in and talk with different people, and we'd share all kinds of different music. I had albums downloaded that were um, popular bands here in the US, but the albums weren't available here. They were only released in Europe. So it was kind of really cool, you know, talking and sharing different music styles and tastes with people. And I always enjoyed that. Anvil. Holy shit, Hoghead. I know Anvil. Now you've got my attention. So, yeah, I will definitely check those bands out. I am going to make a note of that as we speak. Ah, make me a notepad and save that so I can come back to it later. Oh, fuck yeah, Lemmy. Lemmy is God. Wait, Canada has bands? Yeah, Bro Monkey, you'd be surprised at the amount of good bands they have. Styx. Um, hey, Iron Butterfly. How are you, sweetheart? Yep. Rush. Which I kind of feel like he knows that he's just fucking with us at this point. Yes, Dan. Venus is Canadian. Oh, Corey, you just nailed my all-time favorite band. Anything by Les Claypool. I have every album that Claypool has ever put out. I even have demos. I have shit that um, he messed around with in high school. A band named Sausage. Oh, bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. There's no way she has never heard of Rush. I don't believe that one for a moment. Wow. Peppers and onions. God damn it, Corey. Marvin. Yes, Neil Young, Alana Miles, the Guess Who, or Guess Who, because they dropped the. Well, sweetheart, I'm sorry, but if you've legit never heard of Rush, you're probably going to be attacked. Not just here. I wouldn't tell anybody else. Yeah, Corey, tell them. Thank you. Oh, so completely off topic. I had a thing happen the other day, and I thought it was really really cool. So there's this older gentleman that comes into the store every day, and all he does, he comes in and he plays lottery. Um, But carrying on conversations with him, Miss Monkey, you'll like this. He's actually from Cuba. Moved here, I think he said about 20 years ago. He has a house in Florida, and he comes up here during the winter, which doesn't make sense to me why he would come here in the winter and then go to Florida in the spring and summer, but each to their own. Really, really nice guy. Um, just really cool dude to talk to. Um, he always talks to me about my bikes, and turns out he had a very close friend um, that fought in the Vietnam War, rode motorcycles for years, and passed along a leather riding jacket to this guy. And somebody broke into his house and stole the jacket, broke into his house in Florida, stole the jacket from him. And the only thing he had left of his buddy was a helmet. Now, this helmet's not a high dollar helmet, but it's really cool. And he said, I'm going to bring it to you and show it to you. I said, okay, cool. So he brings in this helmet. He lays it on the counter. I don't know how well everything shows up, but it is nothing but Vietnam veteran stickers and paint scheme on it. And I know it didn't all show up because some of it has green, and the green screen just kind of really takes away. But he's laid this helmet up on the counter. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, dude, this is really cool. He goes, it's yours. So wait a minute, what do you mean? He goes, I want you to have it. He said, it was my friend's. He passed away. It's the only thing I had left of him. I want you to have it. I'm like, dude, I can't take this helmet from you. This was your buddy's. And he said, no, I want somebody to have it that'll appreciate it. You ride. I've seen your bikes. I know you ride. I want you to have this helmet. I said, well, I'm going to tell you now, I will never wear that helmet. Number one, it's all military um, insignia on it, and I've never been in the military, and I would not disrespect any other person that's ever been in the military that way. But I will gladly take it home. I will mount it on my wall. It will be a display piece. I said, and as long as I live, that helmet will be with me out of respect and honor of you and your friend. And he looked at me and he smiled and he goes, That's what I expected you to say. He said, but you can wear it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm like, no, it matters to me. I said, you gave that to me out of kindness of your heart. This was something that belonged to your friend, your close friend, that's no longer on this earth. I said, so in honor of him and in honor of you, it will hang on my wall. And I looked at him. I said, I'm kind of a sentimental asshole when it comes to stuff like that. And he looked at me and he goes, don't you fucking start crying on me. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a sweet gesture. and it's sitting right here in the chair beside me until I can get a proper mount to hang it on the wall. Oh, look, my wife's here. What's happening, baby? And Ass Pipes is here. Yeah, Lolly, my playlists are eclectic as well. You may listen to gangster rap 1 minute, the next song may be ska, the next song may be rockabilly, the next song may be country, some classical music thrown in there, and then heavy metal. Oh my God. Well, Rays, I had planned on going to Daytona. Um, I just couldn't make sense of the finances that it was going to cost me to get down there. I had a place to stay, and I'm very appreciative of the gentleman that was allowing me to stay at his RV. But I had to tell him, you know, give my spot away, somebody else that needs it. He even had a wristband for me to get into anything at the Cackleberry because I couldn't make sense of the finances. I'm trying to build the bike. I'd rather this year take that money and put into the bike build and then hopefully go next year with a built bike the way that I want it. And plus, we have adulting to do. Yes, Penny. TMMR. We were looking at packages this morning for camping. We've got to finalize our decision on what we're doing there. Not sure if I want to get one of the damn, I got smoke in my eye. Not sure if I want to get one of the yurts for the 4 days. You know, rent the tent, the glam glamping tent, or if I want to take the van down there and just stay in the van. So we're gonna figure that out in the next day or two and get our tickets ordered and get all that shit settled. Hey Don. Well, thanks for popping in. I'm leaning towards van camping, Penny. Just because of the cost. We're just trying to figure out what's going to work best for us. I kind of put the van build on hold to build a motorcycle. So it's not ready. I mean, it's still doable. It just won't be as comfortable as I was hoping to have it by now. Yes, CJ. I've actually got got one in my basket right now to order. Mm. So, the days that I had put in to take off for Daytona, I'm still off of those days. We're trying to figure out. I'm going somewhere, and I'd like to take Terry with me at least for a few days if she can take the time off of work. But we're just trying to figure out where to go during that time. I took off March 7th through the 12th. So if anybody has suggestions on a good place for me and her to go to, let us know. Okay, cool, Fat Glad. Thank you. I'll look at them here in just a little bit. Okay. Uh, sounds like a plan. I'll uh, I'll get with Dallas in the next couple days and figure out logistics and all that bullshit. I'm sure he'll just hand the phone to you, and I'll probably just hand the phone to Terry and let y'all two figure it out. And I'll just show up. Really, Tiger? That would be a cool getaway. Tiger, I'll give you a call. Probably tomorrow afternoon once I get off of work. I'll text you first just to make sure you're not busy before I call. But that sounds like a good idea, man. And if that's an honest offer, I really appreciate it. I hope Tiger's coming with us. All right, I'll call you around 5ish then. Give you time to get home and settle in. Cool. But yeah, I've got TMMR to figure out, which sounds like Penny's got that sorted out for us. And I've got Smokeout to figure out, get that reserved. Well, thank you for the warning, Dan. I will remember to keep my shirt on this time. Hmm. TMMR is in May. Looked at the dates this morning and I don't remember. Yeah, May 19th through the 21st. That's it. Pants are optional, Corey. Pants are always optional. Well, he has my new phone number. All he's got to do is use it. I miss talking to him. Wait, Fat Glide, are you to blame for Dan's drunkenness at the Tennessee meetup? Or are you saying that you now know how to make a good classic margarita? Yeah, Dan, didn't I send you the number? I tried to send everybody my new number. If I didn't, I will. I'm sorry, Dan. I thought I sent it to you. Give me just a second. I'll send it now. Oh shit, I didn't. I'm sorry, Dan. There you go, Dan. Check Instagram Messenger. Tiger. You said I didn't send it to you either? Oh, damn. I'm sorry, guys. Good night, Mr. Miss Thumper. Thank y'all for hanging out. Hush your mouth, woman. I'm only having this one cup. We're pushing the 2 hour mark. So I am fixing to end the live. Oh, good. I don't have you on Instagram, Hoghead. Wait a minute. I have you in contacts though. Yeah, I just sent you a text, Hoghead. All right, guys, girls. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm almost done with my cup. It's gonna be a 1 cup night. I'm trying to be more responsible during my live streams. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. Thank you all for your input on the stereo stuff. I am going to wait to order an amp until I can do some more research. I may wait for the saddlebag lids and the speakers as well, just to make sure I order something that's actually going to work the way I want it to. I'm going to take Iowa Hog Riders' advice, reach out to a legitimate audio company and see what they suggest. But anyway, thank you all again. Y'all have a good night. I do have more parts coming, so those videos will be coming out shortly. You know, it's going to take some time for shipping, but once they're here, I'll start videoing the installs. Who is that lady ghost behind you? Hell, I don't know. Or is she on that side? Oh, that's the same side. I don't know. I don't recognize the feeling. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. I will see y'all soon.